forum will adhere to the following rules. The order in which the candidates will speak and answer questions has been decided by flipping a coin prior to the forum. Each candidate will have 2 minutes to make an opening statement and 2 minutes to make a closing statement. Time will be kept, and time remaining will be visible to the moderator and the candidates. Okay. When the allotted time has expired, candidates are allowed to finish a sentence before the moderator interrupts. Questions have been submitted by the audience. The questions will be asked of both candidates by me, the moderator. The League has the right to review and select questions for appropriateness and to avoid duplication. One question will be presented to each candidate, who will have 2 minutes to respond. Candidates are allowed to finish a sentence before the moderator interrupts. Subsequent questions will be addressed to each candidate, alternating which candidate gets to answer first. This rotation also guarantees an equal number of questions to each candidate. Following the time allotted for questions, candidates may make their closing statements of 2 minutes. We ask that the audience be respectful of all candidates, refrain from cheering or booing during the forum, and please silence your phones. Any campaign paraphernalia, buttons, backgrounds, banners, etc. are not permitted. No campaign promotion, visual or audio will be permitted. This event is being taped by Channel 4 and will be shown there and on Channel 4's YouTube channel. Participants in the forum agree that copyright ownership of the tapes or transcripts resides with the League of Women Voters. The candidates agree that they, their organizations, their campaigns, and their supporters will not use the forum, portions of the forum, or any audio clips, video clips, or transcripts for political advertising or other purposes without written permission from the League of Women Voters. A recording of this forum will also be available on our League of Women Voters Facebook page. Before we begin, I've been asked to remind everybody here that those of us in the League of Women Voters that are here tonight, we don't vote in Palos Heights, so we're definitely not on one side or the other. Okay, this is these are the candidates for the Ward 2 alderperson. We have Jennifer Case and Jack Clifford. Mr. Clifford said ladies first. So, Ms. Case, you will be the first speaker to give your opening statement.
Awesome, thank you. Hello, my name is Jennifer Case, and I'm running for Palos Heights Alderman in Ward 2. First, I'd like to thank the League of Women's Voters for this opportunity and for all of you that stayed to listen to this debate. I'm a proud Palos Heights resident of 22 years and a dedicated mom of 5, with my children ranging in ages from 29 to 11. All of them were raised here, attended our schools, participated in recreation center activities and camps, and were involved in local church activities and programs. I feel truly blessed to have chosen such an amazing place to raise my family. I'm a committed supporter of the local businesses and restaurants. I'm an engaged participant in city events and activities. I've had the privilege of organizing the Palos Heights 4th of July parade for the past 10 years, and it brings me great joy to host an event that brings together our community to celebrate our independence. My qualifications: beyond my involvement, support, and passion for Palos Heights, I bring professional experience that I believe will benefit the Palos Heights City Council. I have worked at CompTIA for the past 22 years, helping to grow the organization from a $30 million non-for-profit to a $250 million profit business. I currently serve as the Senior Vice President of Enterprise Data and Business Solutions at CompTIA, where my team manages the organization's data, business systems, and system integrations. While I don't claim to know everything, I have proven ability to lead teams, bring in subject matter experts, work with consultants to make informed business decisions, and create realistic, executable plans. I excel in rallying teams to move projects forward and ensuring clear communication, which is key to success. I focus on aligning all parties toward common goals with clearly defined responsibilities, holding everyone accountable for their contributions. This is exactly the kind of leadership and collaboration I can bring to the Palos Heights City Council. I bring fresh energy and excitement to serve the city of Palos Heights. I'm fully dedicated to this role. An example is I've come here today from California just to be here for this debate, and we'll be flying out tomorrow. Yes, my time is up. So I guess
You can take them out. Well, it takes more time.
Yeah,
Mr. Clifford, your opening remarks.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Just getting over a little bronchitis here, so I'm a little Well, year, but thank everyone in the League of Women Voters for holding a seminar, allow us to make a few statements with the election, because all elections are important to our town. But basically, dear neighbors of Ward 2, I'm excited to share my reasons for seeking re-election on April 1st, 2025. My ongoing goal has always been to ensure the City Council continues to support the Second Ward, which I love and I genuinely believe in. As an alderman of the Second Ward, I've served here for 24 years, and 3 years before that on the ZBA. I'm committed to being your voice in government. My continued vision has always been to develop Palos Heights into a community of our residents that are worthy of delivering high-quality services, maintaining strong property values, and ensuring transparent accountability government. And it's important to me to keep those taxes low, manage expenses wisely, and focus on what our citizens really want. I'm enthusiastic about attracting new businesses, which are essential for generating revenue and the preventing of the burden of tax falling upon us, the homeowners. Since my campaigns are entirely self-funded, I answer solely to you, the citizens of Palos Heights. You can be confident that I'll always have your best interests in mind, and I am only a phone call away, as always, to assist you whenever you need me. I thank you for placing your trust in me, and I assure you that I will work harder and continue to make our city a vibrant and to thrive and to come alive. So you might say, who's Jack? Well, I'll tell you about Jack. Jack has called Palos Heights his home for 32 years, where he and his wife have created wonderful memories of raising my 2 daughters. Jack is a veteran in the United States Marine Corps, serving in 1967. Jack has tirelessly raised funds for various charitable organizations such as the Mantino Veterans Home, La Rabida Children's Hospital, Treasure Chest Foundation for Pediatric Oncology, the Palos Lion Club, and has volunteered to Lake Catherine and gathered donations to help build the police memorial. I helped in design and built the 9/11 memorial that sits at City Hall. I also am the recipient for the Lions Club of the Melvin Jones Fellowship Award for dedicated humanitarian worldwide services. I've invested considerable time in helping and planning keep things under budget, along with our council and other aldermen, such as the library, public library, recreation hall.
Mr. Clifford, I think your time has expired.
Okay, that's it. And then one real quick thing. I'm just currently chairman of Roads and Construction, and I'm former chairman of Public Safety, and I was also chairman of Planning and Zoning. Thank you.
Okay, this question goes to you first, Mr. Clifford. What do you think are the most important issues that face your ward?
Face my ward or city?
Ward 2, yes.
Well, you mean if you want current issues about controversial issues that are going on now? Or just, well, there's a lot of improvements that need to be done around our ward. Our ward has got a creek that runs through the middle of it, Menominee Creek. There's been interest in that. That's a project that's going to be coming up along with these other infrastructure problems. The parking along the court side for the businesses, that's an issue. And in general, I just try to, the ward is pretty good as far as that goes. We try to answer the questions. I try to respond to people. I try to help them out with their problems. I got a reputation for that. And overall, I think the ward is doing fine. It's well kept. I make sure of that. I make sure I take care of any repairs or problems there with the help of the city council. Can't do it by yourself. But in all, I see the ward's in good shape.
Thank you. Ms. Case?
I agree that the parking is an issue in Ward 2. I think there's a communication issue as well in Ward 2. I think when the parking lot came about in the building, there was signs out there, and we didn't really know that was an issue. So we came and we were questioning, why are we doing this? In my opinion, I think we need a larger position, a larger solution, rather than just knocking down a building. I think, and I would hope to see the larger solution, long-term solution that takes investment. It does take an RFP. It might take intelligent other people to come to serve us and to help us build that plan. I think we need to all be committed to it in constant commitment. It's not only the community, but it's also the businesses, and it's the city officials to drive these things forward. So the parking situation is definitely something. Also communication. I don't believe there's good, clear communication. Today I posted something about the parking situation, and Jack said, though, a solution will be coming. Like, are we holding back information from the residents of Palos Heights? Like, why are we not sharing that information? If the solution's coming, why didn't I have any input into that solution when that property is right and across the street from my house? Why haven't other residents of Palos Heights had an opportunity to provide their input into that? So I think communication. I haven't seen any of my aldermen ever come to my house and ask me if I needed anything. And as I've done my campaigning, I've also heard the same. As if elected as alderman, I want to be able to be there for the people. I've provided my email, my phone number, my Facebook so that I'm accessible and that I can answer questions and be there to support the residents of Palos Heights. I have an energy and I want to help and support, and that's what I really want to do for the city.
Thank you. Ms. Case, this question goes to you first. Speeding is becoming a huge concern in our city and elsewhere. What would you do to address this problem?
Speeding is an issue, and I can't say that I've never done that. So it is something, it's definitely something that we need to protect, and we need to have perhaps more signs out speeding, and I know local residents also have that. We need to protect our children, we need to protect our animals, we need to protect each other because we don't have sidewalks, so we expect people to walk in our roads. So we need to do our part as a community to keep them safe. And we all have to hold each other accountable. If you see somebody going down the street, you might need to say something. And it's not like it's rude, it's just, hey, this is our community. It's your community and it's my community, and it's our responsibility to keep it safe together.
Thank you. Mr. Clifford, same question.
Could you repeat it, please?
Question is, speeding has become a problem. What would you do to address that problem?
Well, speeding goes on. It's public awareness and information. It's been a hot issue for the longest times. We've got signs we try to put up to say in speed zones there to try to help people abide by them, but it's like I say, cars don't speed, the people do it. They have to be aware of their surroundings, and we've said it many times that, especially certain times of the year when the summer and the walkers and in this case the baby buggies are out there, people have to be more aware, and we try to bring that forth, and Alderman Bassel does a great job on that with his public safety committee about bringing awareness to things like that, being aware of who's on the street, what's on the street, and what the speed limits are. A lot of people don't realize that in this area here, in the inner areas, Old Town, it's only 20 miles an hour, but they're still flying down there. I mean, by my house alone, they put the speed thing there, and then in a 7 days period, over 2,700 cars went down there. So.
Thank you. Mr. Clifford, this question goes to you first. Residents are experiencing record tax increases. Please share your philosophy on tax levies and any specific plans you have to bring tax relief to Palos Heights homeowners.
To Palos Heights homeowners?
Homeowners.
Well, it's hard to control when the levies, as far as the only levy that we're involved with is really the library levy. When they bring it through us to pass it, try to keep that within reason and keep that down to keep your taxes down. But the rest is passed down through Cook County and the homes, with the valuations of the homes. I'm sure everybody's bill just recently up. I've never seen them going down. I know mine for a fact that just went up about $700 or $800, and I live next to a parking lot, and I lived right off Harlem Avenue, and nothing's deterring from that happening. With Cook County, the way they do things down there, it's a little bit out of control, or more out of control. So basically try to work through your representatives and have them address that the homeowners are getting beaten to death with their philosophies and the way they do things down there.
Thank you. Ms. Case, same question.
So I'm not sure how much we can do to reduce the taxes. I think that a lot of the tax money we have is nicely proportioned for the city services that we need, the rec center, the police, all of the things that we're doing, our roads. I don't know if we have extra budget that we can say we can reduce those taxes, but it might be good to have clear communication on where those tax dollars are going. Maybe if we don't have meetings to be able to share, here's where the tax increases come, and here's what we're doing with it, to give the community an understanding and a confidence that the city officials are really using our taxpayer money wisely.
Thank you. Ms. Case, question goes to you first. When will the house at 124th and Melvina be demolished? It's bringing down property values.
So as a newcomer, I don't know the details of that house. It has not been communicated. I've watched all the Palos Heights City Council meetings and have not heard anything. I do know people that live in that area, and I've seen that house. It is an eyesore. It's dangerous. It's barricaded. So I don't know what the plan is. I haven't received that information from the current City Council, but we definitely need to do something. It's very dangerous, and it's just terrible.
Mr. Clifford, do you have anything to add to
House at
that?
124th and Melvina,
Yes.
it's in court. The owners never showed up at the last hearing. They're coming back to court to get a finding from it's in the courts right now, so the city can't do accommodation to turn it down. I did have, I'm working with Judge Mirovich, have it fenced off, boarded up, taken. I've been over there a while, I know a lot of them people. Eventually, when the courts make a decision, and even turn it over to us, or whoever, to tear that down, it will be torn down, because it's totally, you can't build it. The house is a mess. I've been there, I know about construction, it's a disaster. It took this long to get the courts to allow us to safety it off with fences and everything over there. I know what you're talking about. It's bad news. Well, hopefully, when Judge Mirovich gets back to me and tells me what the findings are there, we can move on to the next step, to the demolition and get it down. So it's in the works, believe me, and I hope it happens sooner than later. It's an eyesore.
Thank you. Mr. Clifford, what's the best way to communicate with your Ward 2 constituents?
There's different ways, but most of the time if somebody calls me or if I'm walking around or riding, I stop and talk with people. They have my phone number. They know they can call me. They know I'll respond. They'll know I'll go over and ask them what the problem is. They know I'll go back to City Hall to the needed people and talk to them to try to get a little problem solved. And it's just hand-to-hand, face-to-face, mostly how I do it. You know, I'm not a big Facebook guy and technical type guy. I'm more hands-on where I do it. But I meet people on the street and stuff when I'm going around, because I ride around looking for things to do, fixing streets, what streets we got to do next. This one's bad. So I keep those streets in good shape so you can drive it up and down. And doing it, I meet people all over the city there, and through the various projects I'm involved with and charities. So through that, through communication person to person, basically.
Thank you. Ms. Case, same question.
I think that person-to-person communication is very important. I like to participate in all of the various Palos Heights activities, the farmers market, the music in the park, the movies in the park, all the different things. I love being there. I love being there with my kids and my family, and I feel like communicating with the people and with people is just very, very informative, and you get the best information from people being face-to-face. I do also think Facebook is a new it's not new, but it's a good technology to get to the to audiences, and I think it's very quick communication. We could share information there very quickly and very readily. I think that's an important topic. I think also making myself and making ourselves accessible, sharing our information, making sure they can reach out to us with our phone numbers, our emails, and if we have a Facebook profile. In my latest campaign, I provided all of those informations to the Ward 2 residents. In addition to that, I think it's also just looking at learning what other methods of communication. Could we do SMS? Could we do more emails? Could we do more communications? Could we do more Channel 4 videos of different things? There's a lot out there, but do all the residents know about them? How can we get the word out? Like even these meetings, there was a lot of people saying, oh, I didn't know that was happening, but how do we do that together? And with the different resources that we have, the different Facebook channels, the League of Women Voters sharing information about the city, but just different communication channels, we need to explore those. That's one of the things I want to be able to do.
Thank you. We have time for one more question before closing remarks. This question goes to Ms. Case first. What is the most positive contribution that your opponent has made to Palos Heights?
I don't know if I can say the most positive, because Jack's been doing this for a very long time, and the city is great. The whole city council has done amazing things and made this a wonderful place for us all to live in. I do know that he does Christmas gifts and does his own charitable contributions, which I think is very honorable, and it's something I would want to do if I was elected. He also is part of various activities. He's done sporting things as well, and he's a good man and has done great for the city.
Thank you. Same question, Mr. Clifford.
Well, I really don't know Mrs. Case except when she first told me she's going to run, but I didn't know her real well to form an opinion. I just know I've heard good things about her and her family, and I know she's involved, and I know she's sincere.
Thank you. Okay, the closing remarks will begin with Mr. Clifford.
Me?
Yes,
Oh.
in their
Well,
opposite order as the
I
opening
would just
remarks.
like to say, really, I'll keep it, as brief as possible, that I think a priority is growing the businesses community we have, sustaining the local businesses we have already, and encourage residents to shop more local to do that. I'd want to make sure the businesses are able to sustain themselves at the same time when brick and mortar places are going by the wayside. And as to government, I believe that the city council has a sincere interest in pushing and serving the community first. As to the council, it's not about them, it's about community, and that they care about the community we live in. They are honest, caring people, and I'm proud to be able to serve with them, and I hope to continue to do so, in my view. And with that, I would just like to say a communique I got from a resident about me. It says, "Dear Alderman Clifford, thank you. I also had a wonderful time and enjoyed our conversation and truly appreciate your time and experience and knowledge. I would love to regularly catch up with you. Please keep in mind if there's anything I can do to help you in supporting Palos Heights." Ms. Jennifer Case. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Closing remarks, Ms. Case.
In closing, this is a key time for Palos Heights. My skills come at a critical time for the Palos Heights City Council. It's no secret that our town is aging, and there is work to be done to maintain and improve Palos Heights. We need solid plans, open communication, realistic budgets, and prompt timelines that we hold ourselves accountable for the benefit of our community. One initiative I'd like to pursue is reinstating the Business and Economic Advisory Board, a group that can help provide valuable guidance on what, when, and how we move forward with economic growth and the parking issue. Additional items for consideration: parking lot bingo, block parties, sunsetting city stickers, quarterly Ward 2 town hall meetings, explore improve communication methods between the city and residents, implement and promote safe internet purchase exchange sites, and strengthen partnerships with the Chamber of Commerce and long-term parking solution. So you ask, why now? It's an election year, and the timing feels right to step up to serve my community. I built a solid career and developed valuable skills that I believe can make a meaningful impact in the Palos Heights City Council. My kids are growing up. 2 have graduated college, 1 is a senior in college, another is a sophomore in college, and my youngest is 11. My kids don't need me as much anymore, so I have more time to serve other things. With more time available, I want to dedicate it to giving back to the community that has given me and my family so much. I want to use this time to contribute to something meaningful and to create something that we all can be proud of. I'm excited about this opportunity, if elected, to serve the Palos Heights and to work together to preserve its charm and addressing the needs of our growing community. Thank you for your support.
Thank you very much to the candidates who gave up their time this evening, and to all of you for attending and being a very respectful and polite audience. Have a good evening. Don't forget to vote on April 1st.